just of the match or of an event, but through which the course of the game can be changed. Remember, you can have a situation in which you win the game, but you win the game with such a small margin that somebody else comes and meets you in the semi-final or the final. And that also can be manipulated. So it is not just changing the outcome of an event, but it is also changing the course of the entire tournament. And we are committed to bring this law as soon as possible. I am very happy that the leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha, Arun Jaitley, and Rajiv Shukla met me yesterday morning, and I discussed with them the contours of the proposal that we wish to take forward. And I am very glad to say that both of them readily accepted that the only way out for us to deal with this dishonest practice is to have a legislation, a national legislation, a standalone legislation. In fact, Mr. Jaitley went to point out that, in fact, if we were to have states legislate on this subject, it would never work because the nature of the conspiracy is such that it is much beyond states. And in the case of a national event and an international event, the question of the union not having the power to legislate does not arise. We're very happy that the opposition will be on board. I shall also request the Sport Ministry to discuss all these issues with other political parties so that we can resolve this matter as quickly as possible. We have, in the meantime, attempted a draft legislation. It is still in the formative stage, and as and when we complete it in the next few days, we shall give it over to the Sports Ministry and request the Sports Minister then to take into account the views of various stakeholders, including specialists in various sports, to ensure that the legislation actually is an effective means to deal with this particular dishonest practice. Thank you very much. No, there can be no retrospectivity of laws.
Mr. Sibal, since this relates to crime, it will be linked to the IPC somehow.
No. The Attorney General has specifically said it is a standalone legislation, but obviously the procedure provided will be in accordance with the Code of Criminal Procedure.
So one new law will definitely be a detriment. But what about the practices that we see? All these bookies, all these fixers...
All this will be included in the definition of dishonest practice.
No, but they rent the parties, they keep meeting these people.
Whatever it is, in fact, we have a definition, an all-inclusive definition, which will deal with bookies, it will deal with corporates, it will deal with companies, it will deal with criminals, it will deal with all players in the system, including the players themselves.
But you expect